Today's video comes to you courtesy of my mom again. She told me about this recipe. So she had gone to Cafe Zupa's and had this pumpkin chorizo soup and she really liked it. So she went home and looked up a copycat recipe and made it and also loved that. So she told me about that copycat recipe. I looked it up myself and I also made it, but with a couple of tweaks of my own. So here's what I did.
I started with this chorizo. I only used half of this package. I cut it up really small, really fine dice, and I put it in a pan to render out some of the fat. I didn't put any oil in the pan because the chorizo has enough fat content. It will just, do that on its own. You can see that the fat has rendered and it's gotten nice and crispy. So I take it out, put it on a paper towel lined plate, and then I add 1 chopped onion to the pot. To that I added a few cloves of diced garlic, minced garlic rather, and then half of a jalapeno. Next, I added some seasonings. Here's some oregano, cumin, black pepper. Stir that up. Added in a can of drained corn. I'm sure you could also use frozen or fresh if you have it. Can of drained black beans. And then you add in your pumpkin. Now, most recipes I saw used a can of pumpkin puree, but I actually had a pumpkin on hand, believe it or not, and it was from a while ago and it just had lasted. So I roasted it and mashed it up myself. That's what this is here. But like I said, most recipes just use a can of pumpkin. Next, I add in a can of diced tomatoes. And then 2 cups of chicken broth. I'm sure you could use any broth that you like. I wanted this to be slightly thinner. It was pretty thick, so I added a couple more cups of water to thin it out. I let that boil or come up to a boil, and then I reduced it to a simmer for a little while. Then I added in some chopped up roasted acorn squash. This was something different than all the recipes I saw, but I wanted to add just a little bit more of that squash flavor. So I roasted the acorn squash, then I took the seeds out, peeled it, and chopped it up and added it to the soup. And I think it did add a really great bite to the soup, something else to enjoy that's swimming around with everything else. I love how the pureed pumpkin gives it a really great consistency. It's not too brothy, it's not too thick, it's just perfect, in my opinion. Now for the extra fun part is the toppings. Of course, I have my drained chorizo over here that's been, draining on that paper towel. Then I had pumpkin seeds. I buy these in bulk, so that's why they're in this baggie, but the pumpkin seeds to help bring out that pumpkin flavor even more. I have some sour cream. This one comes with chives in it, some raw onion, and some cheddar cheese. And you can just dress up your bowl as you wish. I really, really loved this soup. I think that you will like it too, so give it a try. And big thanks to my mom for telling me about it.
Thank you for watching. See you later.